And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show. And this is going to be episode 295. So I hope you guys had a great day. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we have two topics for you guys tonight. So we will be doing a comic book review on Absolute Batman issue number 8. And then we will actually do the other topic, which will be on a event coming up for the Absolute universe called Absolute Evil, and we'll get into that just in a little bit after we go over this. Lapsed is tired tonight. He worked all day.
I'm not tired. I did not work all day. I'm just very, very busy tomorrow. I got to start at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Good Lord. Got family stuff?
I just have a lot of things. Just put it that way.
Yeah. So as you guys know, on my comic book haul video series, I have to pretty much split it into two parts because my phone, that phone that I'm using right now, I bought it because my other phone, the screen like crapped out on me. So I don't want to pay the money to get that fixed at the moment because I didn't think it was worth it because it was already outdated phone. So I bought another phone, and this one only has like 30 gigs of storage space. So
why do you do them with a phone?
I don't really know how to do them with my computer. I've tried them before. I didn't like the way that they came out.
I don't know. What do you mean? Like, what do you? I've seen your videos. What are you doing that's so involved that you need to use a phone?
Well, since my phone has pretty much max storage, I have to essentially record the haul videos in two parts. I only get like 14 minutes, and then I have to take the video off the phone.
I understand. I'm saying, why do you need to use the phone? I'm saying,
I just like the angle that it presents me.
Why don't you just get another camera?
I should do that. That's what I'm thinking about.
I'll give you one. I have like 50 of them.
That's what I'm thinking of, because it's probably better to have just a dedicated camera that can do it. You just using a phone.
Hang it in it.
Oh, you hang it. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay.
I do. I have one right here, and then there's like a space right here on the desk that it just shoots straight down at it.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. It's just, it's not bad. It's not anything horrible. The phone is fine. It's just like nowadays when it comes to like phones, they update apps so much and shit. And it's just like, all right, I'll just get a new one. I need a new one anyway. This one's a little outdated anyway. So I'll probably I'll probably just go to like a Walmart later on tonight and get one that has like 80 gigs of storage space. So I don't have to deal with this ever again at some point.
I'm more looking forward to DCKO than Absolute Evil.
I'm not gonna lie, DCKO sounds fucking legit as fuck.
Well, I mean, it's gonna like, it's basically tying into the Dark Tomorrow, and that's literally where, like, so Dark Tomorrow deals with like all the time travelers from DC, and they're like all displaced, and Justice League like has all these people from different times in the tower, and they don't like, you know, in the watchtower, and they don't know what the hell to do. And they're all like, and there's this one person who he's not telling people who he is because he said it would create a paradox, and you're trying to wonder who it is. Well, you never know.
No, it's just, you always see that in these kind of fucking mediums. It's that one character that comes, hey character, who are you? I can't tell you, but in 5 months from now, you will know.
I don't think it's like he said that. He's not saying that you'll ever know me. He's just like, it would create a paradox. So it's obviously got to be one of them.
Yeah. It just sounds so familiar. I
mean, that's every time travel story ever.
Do you think I'm a time traveler?
No.
God. Sergeant Garatino, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Michael, what's up, dude? Over or under 3 minutes before he restarts the stream. I did the show intro perfectly. That's what a top G does.
I mean, since you clipped the show, I don't understand why you worry about getting the intros right.
I'm just a weird, over-obsessive person. You're
just Tourette's filled. That's what
James said too. You guys might be the same people.
That's what I figured, dude. Come on now.
Okay, I might have ADHD. Who knows? MSK, I bought the 3 comics you recommended tonight. Oh, speaking of comic books, I did a comic book haul video, and I ended up opening up extra stuff that I probably won't even need. So I'll probably end up giving it to some of you guys in the chat, or I'll probably just do a giveaway.
Why? Because you ordered stuff you already had?
Might have been by accident. I didn't even look at the order, and I just clicked, And I just
That's what happens when you don't open your stuff as soon as you get it.
it's not my fault. It's because
it's exactly whose other fault could it be? The only person in this equation is you.
Right. But being a Democrat, liberal, progressive activist,
what does that have to do with anything?
I get to blame everything else but myself. You know how that goes.
I mean, not really. I don't pay attention to those people.
That's what I'm thinking about doing now at this point. I'm thinking about just maybe cutting everyone off and just living in a woods.
Want to hear the crazy thing? The only time I ever talk about any of this stuff is when I'm on here. Never comes up during my daily life.
To be fair, you do have a internet. It's not internet job. It's a job where you
job. But I don't give a shit about them. Though, dude, trust me, I get fucking lists of usable pronouns for people.
Yeah, I remember.
300. I just fucking delete that shit. I don't give a fuck. No, I give zero shits about any of those things.
No, but you know what's crazy? Have you ever went to the store with your wife and your son? And has anyone really ever walked up to you guys and been like, "No, I prefer to be called she"? It's like,
so yeah, a couple of times, but the way I deal with it is shuts it down real quick.
Yeah,
That's kind of funny. My son, we were at the store, and listen, where I live, dude, the trans people, they were already ugly as regular people, right? So you can imagine how horrible these people look. They're like tall, fat dudes with hairy chests, fucking beards, dressing like Elizabeth,
Elizabeth,
and fucking. My son, we were in line one time, and he looked over, and there was 3 of them behind us, and he's just like we've never seen. And he asked, he said, "Hey, Dad," the way he said it was so funny. He goes, "Why is that guy in a girl?" And the guy looked at us, and he was like, "Excuse me." I said, "Hey, man, he's 7. Shut the fuck up."
Really? Holy shit.
Yeah. He was like, "Hey, excuse me."
He tried to press you about your son?
He was like, yeah, he just said, "Hey, excuse me." And I just looked back at him. I was like, "Shut the fuck up, man. He's 7. I will beat the brakes off you in the store right now. Just don't." And
that's
they just
how mentally unhinged these people are. Like, I'm not trying to be, when I'm, people know this about me, man. And I know you know this too. The reason why I'm like that is because things like that situation would happen. Your son doesn't know any better. He obviously is sane enough at that age to know that's a fucking dude in a dress, and he doesn't know any better. And that guy's just trying to press a 7-year-old. Like, fuck that guy.
It's more the problem of it's they want you to tell your children about these things, and that gets involved with how you raise your kids. I raise my kids the way I want to, and if I don't feel like explaining to them the machinations of a crazy person, at that point in time, when honestly it very rarely happens. It's very rare, because just where we live, it's just not.
Yeah, and a kid his age shouldn't be knowing about that shit anyway. He's 7.
Here's the thing: it's not that he shouldn't be knowing about it. He shouldn't be knowing about the inner workings of it. If he knows that guys dress as girls, fine. But the reasons they want you to know why they do it,
sick and nasty.
That's just nothing. It's neither here nor there with the sick and nasty to me. That's my opinion, is a drop in the bucket of life. But it's more, I'm just not dude, we're not going to have this fucking conversation in the store, number one, with you, the extreme opposite of what he sees every day. Fuck you. Go back to your beehive and fucking.
Well, it's just disrespectful that
doorknobs.
A person who wants you to respect them doesn't respect someone not knowing what that is. And a kid, it's a 7-year-old kid. Of course, he's gonna not know. I just hate people like that. I really get triggered when that happens. I don't get triggered by a lot of stuff, but that kind of stuff irks me. But it's because that person knows better. That person knows that it's a kid that wouldn't know that shit, but they just.
I wouldn't have got triggered if it wasn't my child. If it wasn't my child and it was just them, honestly, if this was 10 or 15 years ago, I'd have just punched them right in the face.
Why are you so angry with people? You just are white rage.
No, people, dude, I've learned that most people are kind. Most that I've run into. But people that like to start confrontation, they are not willing. They are willing to sit there and argue with you, bring it out for the longest period of time. But they're not willing to step over that line. If I step over that line right then and there, then it's done. It's done. I either get beat up or I don't. So what do I want to do? Argue with someone for fucking 45 minutes about whether they have a dick or not? or punch them in their stupid face, because whenever it comes to the cops, guess what? You're a dude.
Well, also, if it comes to the cops, you're white and they hate you people currently right now, so they'll throw. You're gonna be the one that's like mostly in trouble,
Not in
even
my
though it's
town.
like because I don't know how self-defense works
Not
in your
in my
state. You know how
town.
it works in mine.
Just, dude, white people are a surplus here, and that's the only people they give a shit about.
Like in my state, if you defend yourself, you're the bad guy. That's literally how it works.
I know, dude. I've seen that guy that shot the 3 kids that broke into the house, and the parents are trying to. Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. Like here, like in West Virginia, if someone comes on your property, I have the right to shoot them.
Yeah.
Period.
Because you know the story, right? That this guy was having his home invaded, pulled out a gun, shot at them. They ran, and then when the cops came, they took his gun license away because he shot without like I forgot that there's a reason
without provocation. Even though someone breaking into your house is provocation,
or attempting to, yeah.
Right, like it's the further we get away from the Constitution, and I know you're not a religious guy, right? But if you look at this, if you honestly, seriously, if we all just followed the 10 Commandments, right? Just that, no one would have to lock their door.
I think those are fair. I like the 10 Commandments.
Like, so no, I'm just saying, like, nobody would have to. And the further we get away from the Constitution and those type of like the more ridiculous it gets. I'm just trying to live a simple life. I agree. You know what I mean? I know you do. I'm just trying to live a simple life. That's it.
Is mostly people blame all the shit on guns when in reality, let's be honest here,
the gun
you're the one who pulls the trigger, right? Like you're the one ultimately that pulls that trigger. If you are at gun practice, I shot a gun before. I was going to be a cop, and like I told you, so I know how to get this. Where I'm just saying, like
I can just imagine the arrest record of the Master Swag King.
I didn't go through with it. No, I didn't go through with it. Being a cop would have been not something I was gonna. I don't know what maybe. No, it's like I saw cops in movies, and I was like, I could do that in real life. So
you had the like the dreaming of being
it's like the
what
epiphany.
That was.
Yeah.
Of what you saw on the big screen.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
The ultimate
like whenever I was a kid,
when I shot the gun the first time. When I shot it, I was like,
okay, so I'll tell you this. Like, at first I hated guns because the way I was exposed to them. My sister's boyfriend, this crazy fucking redneck guy. This dude was a nutcase, dude. Like, complete psycho. And I didn't want to shoot the guy, like, because they lived in the country. We could shoot out there, you know, and I didn't want to shoot. I did not want to shoot. And he had that fucking 44 Magnum, dirty, hairy fucking gun. And he talked like this. Come on, Steven, God damn it, shoot the gun. Come on. Oh, he did. And he would get in these fits of saying, Jesus Christ, God damn it. And he would just go, Jesus Christ, God damn, Jesus Christ, God damn it.
Was it like, Porky the Pig?
Dude, he would get in these fits of so I went and he was like, he goes, better use 2 hands, buddy. And I went like, and it went boom. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, get what is the why would I
Kickback is a bitch. Yeah, that's oh my goodness.
I was like, why would I need this? Then like whenever I started going hunting and stuff and using actual guns, you know, that are appropriate for what you're doing.
Yeah, not Billy rednecks.
Dude, that fucking thing blew like a 4-foot hole in the fucking ground. That bullet. It was like, dude, I was like, what could you possibly am I defending myself from a tank? Like, what am I shooting at with this? And he looked at me and he's like, got balls, don't it? And I'm like, oh my God, I hate you.
Yeah, like my thing with guns, it was the fact when I first shot that, just a small caliber one that cops use. To put
9mm.
Yeah, like for I always shot guns in video games, so I thought it was super easy. You just pull the trigger and it goes. No, that's not how it works. That even if you don't even put it together properly, it could like blow your hand.
Dude, the triggers are so like you could just tap that shit and it fucking goes off. Like it's guns are. That's why Chris Rock said it best, man. We don't need gun control. We need bullet control. Yeah. He's like, make bullets. Each bullet costs $500. He's like, I'd shoot you. I just can't afford it.
What was the thing that Chris Tucker said? I think was in Rush Hour or Money Talks. He was like, stupid motherfuckers with guns kill people. Because to be honest here, that was base. That's based as fuck, honestly.
No, it's true. The inanimate object can't kill you. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's the person
people say
behind
we should ban. Have you heard arguments? We should ban knives. Banning knives for what? people use knives. A knife doesn't get up and walk and stab someone. That's
Right.
how it
I
works.
think it's because they don't want to police the people as much as they should. And that goes into we need more better trained police. It's not that we need less policing. It's we need better trained police.
Yep.
And background checks need to be same with psychological evaluation. Like, you know, when a cop comes in and he tries to de-escalate a situation, that's good. But when the cop comes in and he's already fucking, you know, already balls to the walls, wants to fucking eat you, you know, like it's never gonna end well. You know, it's never gonna end well.
And you know, it's crazy how apparently we have so much crime in all these states. I don't know how crime is in your state, but mine, it's really bad.
It's not.
The logical decision is to have less cops, and it's like, what?
It's the same. It's the same thing. They think like all of a sudden people are just gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
that's like that's why I hate whenever parents are like, oh, I'll let my children figure it out. It's like, well, you're a terrible parent.
That's a horrible parent. That's literally
you're supposed to like literally like guide them until they can make their own.
I get the sentiment. Like at the end of the day, a person does have to kind of figure things out, but you do guide them. Like, you know,
I don't know about that, dude. I just show my kid how to do everything. What are you talking about? They didn't just figure shit out. Maybe later in life, like situations that arose, but like the situations that arise to them when they're this little, they ain't gonna be able to.
Sorry, yeah. And also depends on age, like you said. Like obviously, your youngest son,
my teenagers, dude. Like I told him, I was like, "Where are you going? What are you doing? Who are you going with? Okay, so here are the rules for that person you're going out with is a fucking moron." And I think they're
your
stupid.
daughter's first boyfriend. How was that?
My daughter's first boyfriend, he was a nice kid.
Okay.
I don't think she really liked him. They went to a dance together, and I told him, I was like, you have to be back by 11. If you're not back by 11, I will know where you're at because I know where your phone that you will never not have is. It's tracked to my phone. You're taking my car. And my car also has an AirTag on it. So like I will show up and you will be. I tell him, I'm like, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a nice time and me not question what happens, right? Or would you rather have me show up, embarrass the shit out of you, and you're still coming home?
There's nothing more embarrassing than your parents showing up.
Well, especially me, because I'll be a dick. I'll be a stupid dick about it.
Oh God! And you told your daughter that dating black kids is off limits, right?
No.
Dang it!
Why would I do that?
Good Lord!
That's just stupid.
You don't want her coming home with like drinking grape drink and with braids and.
I mean, that's just very stereotyped. So.
But that's a good thing. You won't want her going down a dark path, pun intended. All right, just all the jokes.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I just said that's very stereotyped what you're saying.
Oh, I know. I just love it.
No, I don't. I didn't. I wasn't mean to any of them. Like at first, it was just like I didn't. Me and my wife agreed on most things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you can go to your school dances and you could do that, but you're not dating until you could show me that you're able to make good decisions.
Oh, of course, yeah. That's all it should be.
So, like, you can have your secret boyfriend at school, but you're never gonna fucking see him. So enjoy that. You know, or you could show me that you can make good decisions and we'll trust you.
Definitely a lot different than when I was younger. I imagine it was different when you had your parents too when you were younger.
I wasn't allowed to date at all, period.
Did you have secret girlfriends at high school?
No, I didn't go to high school, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I forgot. You were homeschooled.
I went to 8th grade. No, I went to 8th grade. I wasn't homeschooled. I left.
I left. I'm out. I remember.
I had to get the hell out of there, man. I left. I was like it was my 15th birthday.
I still can't believe you did that. At this point, that is insane.
No, it's not. It's about right.
Do you have any like nightmares from that time period? No?
Dude. I was pretty sure of myself as a young person. I really wasn't afraid of much. There was times where I was afraid, but I wasn't really afraid. I was always the kid that was like willing to go do things that other people weren't willing to do. Like, I don't know. I didn't think like, oh, this might take me 3 days to walk to a city. I looked at it as, oh, this will be fun. I'll be in the woods. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Like, I just wanted to get away. I just needed to get away from the hyper super religious
I understand.
Aspect of how my family ran things. Plus, like, my older sister and my older brother had left. So it was all for the same reasons. My one sister who's closest in age to me, she's like a year older than me.
Mhm.
She's the only one who stayed through her whole adult, teenager to adulthood. And she has a lot of issues. Like, she's a great person. I talk to her all the time. But she still has a lot of issues, and we talk a lot, and she's like, how do you get over all the stuff that happened to us? And I'm just like, I don't think about it. It doesn't rule me. Like, I make the decisions. Like, I mean, it was because it wasn't always like that. Like I said, up until about 9 years old, like, I grew up like any normal kid. It was whenever they decided to join that church, like, that everything got different. So
Yeah, and that's why
it is what
I
it
wanted
is.
you to understand, like, that's why I get a little antsy around churches, not like God itself, but just the people that are in the church. Like,
It depends on the church. It depends.
it
Like,
does, right?
you
Yeah, I
could
agree.
go in.
Yeah.
I've gone in to, like, whenever I was going to that church with my parents, they would do a lot of things with other churches, and you could tell, like, as soon as you walked in and started talking to the people, which ones were like
Legit, yeah.
crazy or like that actually cared about what they were doing.
You should go to a black church. The one
I've
with
been to a bunch of Baptist churches.
those are insane. You look
I've
like
been
you're in
to
a
I've been to a
needle in a
bunch of
haystack.
I've been to a bunch. No, there was a ton of white people there.
Good Lord.
Because the whole church went. We went to a lot of churches in Louisiana. We did churches in like southern Georgia, stuff like that. Kentucky. They were just as Pentecostal as the church that my parents went to. They were all dancing in the aisles, doing Jesus stuff. Yeah.
I would just say, if you ever going to Louisiana, don't go to a Popeyes. You might get killed over a chicken sandwich. I still can't believe that was a thing.
I mean, that is the most random thing to bring up in the middle of us talking about. But sure, I won't go to Popeyes if I go
chicken. It was black people, chicken, Louisiana, right? Not following the logic? No?
I'm not. No, I mean, I get what your word association is, but I don't think you said follow the logic. There was no logic in that.
Put black people in Louisiana in the same conversation. It's like,
woo, what's the difference if they're in Louisiana or Kentucky?
I don't know.
The joke still stands, right?
Black people. Okay, so you've been around black people on both sides of the United States.
Yes.
I've never been around black people from East.
Oh, there's black rednecks. There's black dudes that
I've heard of that.
Like here, like down south West Virginia,
that
are just straight up like a white redneck that you see. They talk
You've seen
like
black cowboys before?
Yeah.
They wear like the plaid shirt and the jeans.
Oh yeah.
Oh
and
my
the hats
god.
and everything. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's so funny about that?
That would just look kind of. That to me looks odd.
I mean, I guess. I mean,
just like
if that's what you grew up in, though, and that's what you saw, you grew up. Well, if you grew up in California, you grew up in a fake world. California is a fake world. It is not. It should be literally, dude. I've been waiting for Arizona Bay ever since I was born. That whole section of the United States just needs to float off and just sink.
I mean, California wanted to be its own country at one point.
Yeah, because they're so bizarre there. And they have their own set of what is right. Like, dude, the first time I saw people with their pants literally down to their knees, I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, what is this? And the best part is they had belts on. And I'm like, why are your pants like, why can I see your boxer shorts? What are we doing here, people?
And they don't even realize that if you that is isn't that kind of like an opening if you're in jail to do that?
But you're not in jail. That's the thing. Who cares? It just looks stupid. Like, why would I? If you're not in jail, right, and you're looking at a fashion trend, why would I associate that with jail? Oh, in jail? Like,
yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
They just look stupid.
I would hope that when people realize that in jail that implies that, they would stop doing it, but they didn't care because they're stupid.
But why would they if they're not in jail?
Right. You would think that just the connotation surrounding it would make them change their mind. It's like,
how many of them though do you think are going back and blasting each other in the ass? Probably a lot of them.
Well,
especially
yeah.
California people.
And they're black, so they're going to be in jail anyway. But I digress. So,
See, Jesus Christ, dude, this is
those,
where you go. I'm not saying. Listen, I'm just saying this is where you go off the rails a little bit into your own little tangents.
I was going to say those kind of black people you just described to do that would be like the typical ones that are usually going in and out of jail.
Well, I've met. There was a few that I met. Mm-hmm. One's named Dwayne, the other Alan, that I liked a lot, and I still talk to them. Mm-hmm. They're still good guys. I mean, but I'll tell you this though, they did kind of see, like, they did have their epiphany moment, and they're like more. I would say, I don't want to say normal, but they're more level-headed. Put it that way.
Yeah. Like the thing that you had said about California not being really a real society,
it's just
kind of like
it's
fake
logic.
It's
so bizarrely fake. Like, dude, put it this way: if you had a bunch of people from California come over here,
West Virginia,
like, and do the stuff that they do, and talk to the people the way they do here, ooh boy, it wouldn't matter if you're black, white, Chinese. It doesn't matter. Does not matter here. Everybody is very nice. You know, you hold the door for an old lady. It doesn't matter if she's coming and walking.
That's what I like about
walking like this from fucking a block away.
Yeah.
And just, I'll stand there at the bank and hold the doors and start looking at my phone.
That's what I like about, a lot of those a lot of the East states. They still have kind of like the chivalrous side. I always hold doors. I'll even hold doors for dudes. I don't know if people just think chivalry's dead. That's just something that I just naturally would do.
I wouldn't. I think the chivalry part may be dead in the sense of like what that word meant at the time.
Yeah.
But common courtesy shouldn't be dead.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it's, like you said, a guy or a girl or whatever, it shouldn't really matter. If I always try to help someone, if there's someone, that needs help, I do. And it's weird. Like, I think that's like when my wife would say, yeah, you do have a kind heart. And I'm like, what? And she's like, Steve, I've seen you get out of the car in traffic and help people across the street. I'm like, that didn't happen. She's like, yes, it did. And I'm like, I must have erased it from my brain.
Or you must have had a lot of the drugs you smoked burnt that part of your memory away.
that could be too. That is very possible. That's very possible. But no, I mean, that's just the way. That's just. I treat people the way that I would like to be treated, but I don't do it in terms of expecting it back, because that whole treat people the way you want to be treated and it should come back is bullshit.
Speaking of religion, it does say you reap what you. Isn't that the Bible? You reap what you sow.
You reap what you sow. Yes.
Yeah, I do believe in that. I do specifically believe in that. I do believe if you are genuinely a decent person, you will get genuinely decent outcomes in life. And to be fair, they can come in waves, right? Because
it can come. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just look at it as people are the only thing that isn't finite, that they're the equation, the variable in the equation that changes constantly. They're not a constant. So it's hard for you to expect that out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's hard. So I just do like perfect example. If one of my friends asks to borrow money, right? Mm-hmm. I do it in terms, and I tell them, do not say you're going to pay me back.
I remember this. Yeah. Yeah.
But if they keep saying it and then they don't do it, then we have a problem. Because if you ask me for money and I say yes, I give it and not expecting it back, because I don't want the friendship to be ruined. I've had a friendship be ruined because of that, actually recently, because I kept telling the dude, don't say you're going to pay me back. Just don't say, oh no, dude, I will. Yep. Blah, 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 blah. And then it's not like ghosted. It's not like a small amount of money. Like, like for me, it doesn't matter. But like for them, it was like, they needed their rent paid and they needed groceries and other stuff. So I was like, here you go. Here's $1,000. Take it. And I was like, just don't say you're going to pay me back. Just don't say it.
They got $1,000. I can barely get a hug out of you.
You'll never get a hug from me.
Good Lord.
You might get a, how you doing?
I'll get a good fist bump.
I don't fist bump. I just, how you doing?
How out of date are you?
Or shake hands.
Oh, good Lord. I have to teach you
I don't need to be up to date with stupidity.
I'll teach you the ways of the Force, Luke. Don't worry.
Look, dude. I listen. It doesn't. I don't need to be updated. I look at the world today, and I don't want to be updated.
No, it was, dude. The same thing happened with me because you said it was a friend. Mine was. I told you this backstage. It was a family member, a very close one. He said, "Hey, I need this money," and you know me, I don't care. But I always think in the back of my head, I'm not going to get it back. So even if they said they were going to pay me back, I don't care. I know I don't care. I'm just doing this.
I just don't want them because the reason why I say it is if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So if you say you're going to do something, like I said, you have to hold people to a standard that you yourself have met. Now, if you hold people to standards to something that you've never met, then yeah, that's ridiculous. But like,
well, you should hold them to their word. Like if they said they're going to pay you back, then you should take them for it. I think that's fair. If those are the things that you're saying, I hope the things that you're saying are the things I hope you're doing. Oh, also for anyone who doesn't know, before we get to the review of Absolute Batman number 8, this comic was pretty cool. No pun intended. Wow. We are on Twitch now because fuck Rumble. You can follow me on twitch.tv/C9MasterSwagKing. And we can do dino dances in the chat. We have cool emojis and cool emotes that we can use.
And we're going to bring in that Twitch audience.
Good Lord. Hopefully not, but it's better than being on that dog shit other website. So let's get down to business in just a moment here. Let me take the book out of this. Oh my goodness. Before we get to the review, one little quick thing about the book to itself. The book is fine. But can we stop getting these 2-page previews are just kind of gay? Can I just get more book? Can I just get more story?
You know,
that's all I'm asking for.
That was the only problem I had with Dark Tomorrow, like this one.
Yeah.
They actually did the what Image does with their covers. It was like a cardboard cover.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
It's really nice. Like it was a really nice, like thick cover. See, like.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I've seen those.
But then I'm like, oh, this is a thick book. And I get into it, right? And then literally the last, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh no.
8, 9, 10. Last 10 pages were previews for 2 other comics. Now, I will say the preview for Immortal Legend Batman, I do like the suit. I thought it looked really cool. So, like, I thought the suit looked really, really neat. I thought the art was kind of cool, you know? So, but other than that, I thought, oh, it was a longer book, right? It was a thicker book, but I was like, that's 10 pages, dude. That's 10 goddamn pages plus the advertisements they had in it. That's a whole other book.
Yeah. That's the thing that irks me. It's like some books get the advertisements right, but then they do these what was one of the books we reviewed? Oh, it was Just Like Unlimited #1, where we had that really good review. And then I'm reading the book and I'm sitting there going like, okay, we're getting a 2-page preview of Hush 2. And it's like,
ugh.
It was just one of those things where it was like, I don't mind advertising because I know that's just part of the game. But these extra page previews, I think are just annoying. I don't really get.
I think the problem is, it's like if you do it in a #1, I understand. But
fine.
Why are you trying to do it in like the 10th issue of a series, thinking that there's new readers that are picking up number 10?
In their minds, they always think
that's what it is. That's what I'm saying. It's a new. Always think that a new reader is, and that's the actual in theory. That's the actual problem with movies nowadays. Is the fact that you have Hollywood used to chase the money, right, and chase the trend. Now they're trying to create the trend and say that's where the money is, but it's not. So that's like, you know, they're creating what they think people should be watching as opposed to following what people want to watch.
Are you ready for the most absolute banger to ever come of bangers? My mind has expanded so much that your guys' feeble, pathetic human brains can't even possibly comprehend the knowledge I have in my brain at this moment.
I will say I did like the art in this, even though it wasn't Nick Dragotta.
It was Marco something.
It was Martin or whatever. Marco Martin.
Magic Mike.
It was Magic Mike. It was Eminem. So.
Oh god, yeah, Marcos Martin. I know it was Martin.
It was good. It was good. Like I'm just glad they just never got that guy back from #4.
Good old Dustin Gwynn. He you know what I think might have been it? Because after we reviewed that book, he went and cussed out Marvel on Instagram. So maybe he was fed up with the fact that he said that Marvel was trying to lower his page rate, and so that would obviously lower his paycheck and shit. So I'm not excusing the bad art, but it was one of those things where because it came out around the exact same time.
I get it. I understand.
But why is he taking out on DC? He's never said anything bad about DC.
Well, maybe if his art being that bad is taking it out on DC, then therein lies the issue.
He literally said
that was his thing. He's like, I'm just gonna make this book look like shit. Because could you imagine if that book had like amazing art? That would be like the best book in the whole series so far.
Yeah, that book was amazing. Yeah, episode 4 was so good. Yeah.
No, it's just that art though, man. It was like drawn by it was like the finals in the Special Olympics. It was like draw Absolute Batman number 4.
It's like when a Cartman tried going to the Autistic Olympics. God. All right. Let's have some fun here, boys. Hey, everyone. I am MSK, a.k.a. Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another butt fucker, because Laps is here. All right. Okay. All right. Let's fucking do this. Are you ready for the most... Guys, I'm going to go Super Saiyan tonight. I'm going to read so many books. I will be an encyclopedia.
Enough with the Dragon Ball Z. Enough.
Okay. I was going to be Dr. Manhattan. It's fine, dude.
You just said Super Saiyan.
I can create a pocket universe. I can create everything. Okay.
All right. Yeah, sure.
All jokes aside, I am currently God. I am the one above all. Okay.
Oh, boy. Could you imagine that world?
Everyone gets laid. Everyone's rich. Everyone has no worries. No crime in my world. Because there will be no black people. Okay.
You're just you in the black hate. You talking about my white rage. Look at yours. You have black rage.
Oh God. Well, no. Liberals would have called.
You were about to say it. You were about to say it. You were about to be like, oh well, look, I've been black my whole life. Look at.
No. I was gonna say since you had said that thing to No. I was gonna say since you had said that thing to that trans person in that supermarket, they would have called you a bigot. Like, you goddamn bigot, transphobe.
You think I care?
I love how the guy who's pretending to be a girl wearing makeup in a pink dress with his dick hanging out is going to call you the crazy person. The most lack of self-awareness I've ever seen in people is that. That is crazy.
I mean, it wasn't all that horrible. It was just they said something, I said something to him, and then it ended. I mean, it wasn't like a big, to do.
Well, yeah. All right. Let's get down to business. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a comic book review on Absolute Batman issue number 8. So if you guys have not had a chance to check out our Absolute Batman comic book reviews, I highly recommend you guys go and check out our Absolute Batman comic book reviews, so that way you guys can understand how we feel about each issue in this ongoing series from DC Comics. So Last Comic Fan was like, hey, let's get back to doing Absolute Batman. And I agree with him because this series is fucking great. This is one of my favorite series right now. Currently, it is fun. It's dark. It's gritty. The humor is really cool. And the last issue we left off on was basically a long story short. If you guys haven't watched our Absolute Batman issue number 7 comic book review, the ending of that was, Bruce went in to do something and then he ended up getting attacked by Mr. Absolute Freeze, as they call him. And we're going and picking up straight after that. And what this does very, very well that I liked in the last book was the fact that you have that, oh man, the art in this is pretty solid overall. So
yeah, it's good. It's good for what it's good for what they're trying to show you, and like how they're trying to portray Gotham, and the feeling that you get. And like the shadows and the darkness, it's very good. Like, it's very good for as dark as the book is in tone and in art. You get to see a lot, which usually you don't. Like, a lot of artists would just black out a lot of things and draw outlines. You actually get to see a lot of color, even though it's like blues and blacks, but it's still very, very well done. Very well done.
The theme color that they use for the Absolute Batman issue number 7 and 8. I
Mhm.
thought were very, very good. Also for Absolute Batman issue number 8, very similar to Absolute Batman issue number 4. Dustin
Mhm.
Nguyen came in as the guest artist because Nick Dragotta, I think, was sick at that moment in time and he couldn't get the book done, which is fair enough. Like when you're sick, I ain't doing shit. I can't do anything when I'm sick. I'm out. So I don't know what happened for this book. I don't know the
I
reason why
think
he
it
was
was. I
out.
think he was okay. So I believe if you look at the whenever it released, 7 came out at the beginning of the month, or
Yes.
or 6 came out at the end of the month, and 7 came out at the beginning of the month. So this one was done by so he could start doing 9, 10, the Bane. I believe that's they because
You're
those
right.
came out in the middle, like exactly like 25 days apart, something like that.
Yeah.
If you look at the way that it released, because I remember going, I was like, didn't like 6 just come out and then 7 was out?
Yeah, because it
And I
feels
was
like
like,
this is
okay,
more because I don't know. Can you correct me if I'm wrong about this? Is this a bi-weekly book or just a 1 month book? It
it's a
feels like
monthly book.
okay,
It's a
okay.
monthly book, but it felt like that
It
for a
feels
minute. And
bi-weekly.
I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why, because I know, like you said, he was sick for number 4, but I believe it's because of the way that the Bane arc released that he was off and doing that book and they got someone to do this. But
And the
the
person,
guy
yeah,
they got was great.
yes. And the guy that they got is named Marcos Martin. He did a pretty good job overall. Did a nice, solid job. Dustin Gwen, I like the guy. And around the time that book came out, you guys know he went on Instagram and just blasted Marvel. Maybe he just took it out on DC. He was like, "Fuck comic books. I hate this industry. I can't make money. I'll just take it out on that book." Because that book, look, it was drawn
It
when
looked
Eric Cartman
terrible,
went to
man.
the fucking Special
It was
Olympics.
bad. It was bad. It
Oh,
just the art was not good. I was not a fan of it,
yeah,
and it wasn't like one of those things where you could have like with Absolute Martian Manhunter, where the art
yeah.
fits the style of the book.
Mhm.
That art did not fit the story they
Oh,
were
the worst
telling.
part of it, dude. Remember in the backstory where it was when Bruce was flying, figuring out how to
And
glide.
yeah,
Oh, it was
where he looked,
ugly. Oh,
yeah,
I
and
hated
how
it.
he had him like look like a different Batman and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the one with the triangle teeth. I was just like, what are we doing here? Like, what is this? This
You
looks
knew on
awful.
that book there was no communication between Dustin and Nick. Yeah, yeah. Or
Probably
sorry, Scott
not.
Snyder. Yeah, there
He
was no
probably just
communication.
was like, dude, we need someone to come. It just sucks that it was like one of the best written books.
It's literally one of, if not the best written book in the first arc.
Mhm.
It was because the other thing to mention with it is like that is counted in the first arc when it's like you could have just had that book as well as it was written as like an annual or something like that. They could have
Yeah,
just been,
it could have been an annual, and then they could have
yeah,
just, yeah,
and it didn't fight. But
yeah.
picking up
Like,
from where we left off, so
nice cover on this too.
very good cover. I like
Very
it.
cool cover.
It's cold in here, and I have to cozy up with my wife when we're watching Netflix. It's getting cold, and she needs a
You don't have a
hot
wife.
shoulder. Oh, thank you. You're so nice. So,
I mean, that's not that has absolutely nothing to do with me. And by the way, that Superman Unlimited book, not it.
not your thing.
No,
you dropped it.
but no, I'm still reading it, but it's
Okay.
just not good. But I will say this: the actual regular Joshua Williamson Superman title has actually gotten a fuck of a lot better. The last 3 issues have been very, very good.
I did hear some
So
spoilers
20,
about it.
28, 27, and 26 have been great.
So,
And I'm kind of happy with where they're going. They're finally starting to talk about
talk.
Darkseid.
Good
They're
Lord.
finally starting to do it, man. I've
Is
been
Darkseid now
been
considered Voldemort? He who shall not be named.
dude. I've been like I went through so many books trying to find where's that story start and where's it going.
DC Comics is so lucky to have someone like you to do that because who's got the money to do that, to spend the money on all these titles to find Darkseid? You do.
I just wanted to find out the story because I hate that whenever like you end up having to buy like a collected edition and it has stuff in there. And it's like, oh, that's what I should have been buying, you know?
Yeah.
And then I can't, you got to go on eBay or something to try to find the older issues. And it's like, oh, we want $11.99 plus $7 shipping and handling for each book. And you're like, look, dude, I understand, but I'm also buying like 20 of them. Can you please not,
It'll be like, it wouldn't be near mint. It'll be good condition, $12.99 plus shipping. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're good condition.
Exactly.
Pages probably have cum on them or some shit. So,
all right. See,
picking up.
That's where you gotta learn. Like you said something good, right? But then you ruined it at the end.
You mean I made it better?
No, you didn't. You should just when that last thought comes in there, just go, and just
Dang
let it ride.
You're saying I should woo-saw?
Woos- Serenity now.
Oh God. So picking up where Absolute Batman issue number 7 left off, we have the scene and when they're in the alley, and it's basically all of Bruce's friends that Scott Snyder did say eventually would turn into the villains that we all know, but we have to get to that point eventually. So it's mostly just, being honest here, guys, it's mostly just Waylon and Bruce arguing. The other guys are kind of just watching, honestly.
Well, they were jumping out, but Waylon was the one that was like, because he was trying to leave, and they were like, yeah, okay, like, sure, just walk away, like, and he was like, nope, not gonna do it. And then he pulls out a fucking gun, and you're just like, all right, Waylon.
Typical black man, always got to be doing violence.
You did it. You did it. You should have woosawed. You should have woosawed.
So on the next panel, you have Absolute Freeze dragging Bruce into this cryo chamber. And then we have Absolute Zero.
The colors in this, like I said, the blues and blacks are amazing. His veins, although like it looks like they're almost like neon blue, like his veins go there.
Yeah.
It's just everything. If you look at the whole book, right? If you look at that whole first page and you look at the blocking for each panel and you look at it, right? And you go, the lines appear where the lights are. That blue runs into his head. The white coming off of here is one less white here that the snowflakes are, which is a dark purple. Then it turns to that blue whenever it's Bruce. And if you look down here, it's also that blue when it's Bruce. So when you're seeing that blue, it's also Bruce. And when you see the purple, it's him and his friends. That is fucking genius, by the way. I thought that was genius.
Oh, the other thing, when I was reading this book, I was thinking about something you said, where it's like, how you criticize that some of these Absolute versions don't really look or feel different. This Freeze looked a
100%.
lot more. This Freeze looked a lot less, because the normal Mr. Freeze we're used to is like he's calm. Oh, sorry, after the Batman the Animated Series version that became like the de facto definitive version, he's like calm and collected. This one was completely insane. This guy is deranged. This guy's unhinged. 100%. Yeah.
It wasn't that they're not. So it's just like, look at Absolute Wonder Woman, right? It's a very different book, but her origin story is just that it's hell, not Themyscira, if you think about it.
Yes, yeah.
And then Superman is very different. Superman is very, very different. His origin was very different. Hopefully we never, ever have to go back to Krypton ever again.
If I have to hear dialogue about rain again, I'm going to fucking get a rope and end it. So
that book's been great, though, by the way. It's been great.
Absolute Freeze drags Bruce into the cryo chamber, like I just mentioned. And essentially what this is going to do is it's going to basically, this is how disgusting this machine is. It's going to freeze him and burn him on a cellular level.
Well, look at the blue dots on his back, and then you see the straps that Bruce has on, and the little things that he's got on his legs is the same blue dots. So it's very interesting. And then you look at his eye and how one is starting to turn blue.
Yeah,
and then one is out there. And then you look at Freeze's eyes, where everything's red with the blue dot in the center. Yeah. It's the shading in blue and darks in this is phenomenal.
And after that, we get to another scene where he's obviously having a back and forth with Waylon, and that conversation went basically, I think Waylon tried to grab him, and Bruce is like, "Don't make me hurt you." Why does this Batman is broody in the way that you mentioned the last time we reviewed one of these books? Is like,
it's broody in a way that's not really like, it doesn't make sense.
Well, it's just kind of standard broodiness. There's no like reason behind it. These are his friends. He's known.
They're your friends, dude. They already know you're Batman. Okay.
Yeah.
They already get it. They already get it. And you literally train with a guy who walks around with fucking crocodiles. You don't think that he could possibly help in any way, shape, or form? You also have friends with one of the smartest people when it comes to like freaking AI and like robotics. You don't think that guy could help in any way?
So you also have Freeze turning on the machine. Bruce ends up starting to start going in agony. Then this is one of the best pages of the book right here, because
oh dude, it's so good.
Freeze was like, "Hey, you're gonna feel everything. You're gonna feel so much agony and pain being, as your cells start burning and freezing," which is just, I don't want to imagine how that would feel.
The memories inside the red are crazy. He sees the bat, he sees the gun, him as a little kid. So what I like really a lot about this page is all the contrasting color that you saw before. When you see that red, it pops so hard because everything else you've seen by that point is like white, black, and blue.
Yes.
So it's like, wow, that really has an impact on you.
I also like this page because it really like you watch anime and you know those moments in Naruto, like as an example, where the scene is like the camera's shaking because the character is going through some like severe like agony in their head till they explode. That's what it felt like here. Where like
or like when they power up.
Yeah.
The shit behind him is all the lines. Yeah.
Because I think Frieza said this will intensify all the most agony and pain in your life. And then this really emphasized how much he's really thinking about like his childhood and being Batman and everything. This page right here, you know, simplifies it all right there in just one page. Beautiful. And then after that, it goes back to Bruce and Waylon having their fist fight. And because Bruce was like, hey, I'm going to go see what happened in Matches, because that's in the last book. Their friend Matches ended up dying, so he wanted to go to that place to figure out what happened to him. And then, you know, he's going to tell his friends this, and Waylon's like, yeah, you should do that. That's a suicide mission. And then, you know, Bruce, he kicks him, or no, I think Waylon kicks him because he called this a suicide mission, basically telling them what was going on too. And then after that, you get more details on what's going on inside the chamber as Bruce is feeling constant agony. He has this like flashback in his head of like him and his friends knowing Matches throughout their life. And
they show that game. Remember they talked about like how Matches they would throw, they called it Matches because the thing they would play with throwing the matches, and he would always win, but he would still be the one that volunteered to do the thing, like steal the porno magazine, get the alcohol, get the cigarettes, whatever they were doing as kids, like just, you know, kid mischief. And
then I also like how this page is split with all the scenes where it just, you go through backs, like flashbacks to present, flashback to present, because Bruce is trying to pull a batarang so he can, you know, escape this pod. Yeah, it was one of those, it's a magnetic batarang that he had maybe like started before he went in there, because that's a Bruce thing anyway. He would probably have something.
Batarang, not batrang. That's what Catwoman would wear on her finger, the batarang.
Not according to Joker. Hey,
I know.
Hey, Selena, just leave Bruce before the wedding day. Sure. All right. Good job, Tom King, being a fucking moron. So, Frieza's, you know, talking to himself, and then Batman.
Look at his arms, dude. Look at Frieza's arms in that.
Oh, you know what's crazy?
So cool, man.
But you know, before we get to that panel where he was in that cryo chamber, this does truly emphasize how big this Batman is. This just the Bruce is fit, because he looks sometimes off in the suit physically.
He looks like chunky sometimes. Yeah. But I do like the depiction of him in the suit. I like the chunky Batman style. Yeah. I like the Absolute Batman logo. I think it's awesome. I think it's different, and it will always be awesome to me just because he used it as an axe and chopped a dude's hand off, and that will forever be awesome, and I don't care.
That page in Absolute Batman #6 where he kicked that kid into the fucking ocean.
That's one of the funniest things ever, dude. That is one of the
rent-free in my head. I like how he just went, fuck them kids. Goodbye.
He smacks the shit out of the woman, throws her over, and then the kid he just kicks him. Just like a football dude. Just like.
So Batman breaks in. He was like, I heard you like pain. Pulls out his own fire stick, let's call it.
It's like a torch lighter. Like, okay. But it's on his hand. Like it actually comes out of the top of his hand. Like it's connected to his bat glove. So I want to know how he got in the costume so quick.
That was, unless that batarang he had came in, just instantly gave him the suit, which would be kind of cool. They didn't show that, but the fire torch he uses it on Absolute Frieza's face. They begin fighting each other. The dialogue that Bruce has with himself back and forth was pretty cool. He's debating on like, okay, how am I going to take this guy down? He's a different villain.
How cool is this panel at the bottom where he throws him through the wall right here?
Oh,
how awesome is that panel? That is ridiculously cool.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, Bruce is up against the wall. He says, I can feel 2 ribs splintering as I breathe, because, you know, Bruce is still weakened from basically being burnt and frozen at the same time. Good to imagine how that would feel. Because feeling one or the other is already bad, but imagine where you were trapped in something where you felt both of them at the same time. That's fucking insane.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. I would never want to go out like that. And then Bruce is like, that's all you got. And then Absolute Freeze is like showing him off these other people that he already did this to.
So you remember the screams that he heard originally when he was in here? That's what I'm assuming some of the people were going through, what he was going through there, and this is the finished product on some of them.
Yeah. And also earlier in the book as well, Bruce, before he got put into the crowd chamber, saw all those people because Freeze was talking about like, hey, these are people from other powerful families and everything like that. So he's been doing this for a while. I'd imagine he's just trying to use them as his mind slaves. That's what.
Either that or he's trying to perfect what he was.
It reminds me of that pig villain.
Professor Pig.
Professor Pig. This reminds me a lot of like Professor Pig if he was Mr. Freeze, honestly.
No, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
That's kind of the way I thought.
Except he's not Frankensteining. He's actually just using their body. But yeah, totally. I get the correlation. So he's also having this conversation with.
Yes.
He's like, Waylon's basically asking him. He's like, "Do you want to die?" And Bruce is like, "What? And he's like, "You heard me. Do you want to die? Is that what you're going after?" And yeah, so like,
because you have the panel before that, the one where you're on, where he was, Waylon was talking to him, and he said, because your dad, he didn't want to die, and it wasn't his death that made him a hero. You hear me? It was his life, and that was so good, very good. Yeah,
because they did like when you see like the original in I covered it in Bat Bits, when you actually see the original death of his parents, it's only one like page that like shows like him going to theater, this happening, and then his parents die, and then he gets the idea, and then they show him like training as a scientist, training martial arts. It's all on one page, so you don't really see the reaction of other iterations, like where in Flashpoint where they shoot Bruce and then his dad freaks out and beats the shit out of the guy, or his dad fights back. This, you actually got to see like his dad took the whole classroom, got them to safety, and then took on the guy one-on-one, and you got to see the iteration of that, and then seeing him die and feeling that was just, yeah.
That's how you show a male hero.
Yes.
And then at this point in the snow, they light up a mural for their friend Matches right here, which I think was kind of cool. That's really cool.
Mural.
It's a mural?
Mural.
Good Lord.
Muriel is a woman's name.
So you mean my what? Jokes aside. So they have this nice little tribute for Matches, and then Bruce is, still thinking in his head about the conversation he had with Waylon as that lit up. He said, now I'll ask you one more time. Do you want to die? And he says, I said, do you want to die? Bruce yells, no. Jumps out of the building and has those parts of his, if you guys don't know this, part of his cape, he can actually launch it into a brick, like a wall. And
the ends have like these like hook things, and he's used it before, like shooting dudes up into this, up into the sky. Like it's pretty badass. So he's like holding on as he's going down. It's pretty crazy, dude. Right now, Absolute Batman and the actual Batmaning that he does is much better than what's going on in the regular Batman.
You weren't a fan of the Chip Zdarsky stuff?
You already know that I did not like the Chip Zdarsky.
I just need the white rage coming out of you for that one a little bit. We're going to get you the Chip Zdarsky omnibus when it comes out.
I don't know.
Just
no.
So after that, Bruce is hanging with his bat tails from his cape, and Croc's phone goes off to the voicemail, and Bruce basically just says, hey, you were right. I'm sorry, which is like, God damn, Bruce admitting he's sorry. Like, holy fuck, this is a different dude I'm still looking at? What the hell? Yeah. So I wanted to let you know you were right. I just want to say thank you. Then Waylon goes back to his pad, and then he ends up getting knocked out.
Yeah, someone
tranquilized, knocked out.
With, what's the shit that they put in the...
Shit. Oh, my... Tranquilizer.
No, yeah, but it's called something.
I forget. It starts with an A. I know what you're talking about.
It's not ammonia.
So Wayland gets ambushed at his house, and then just the one character says, "Yes, yep, he's a perfect specimen. Take him to Arc M," which we learn about, I think, in Absolute Batman issue number 3 or 4. One of those talked about. I'm pretty sure it was 3. And then it just says next Bane. And then I like the book. I really do. I like the series a lot. But this is not a pro. I don't know why this is
Chloroform.
happening.
Sorry, I had to look it up. Chloroform. That's
Good
what it
Lord.
was.
And this is the thing that we wanted to discuss in here too, because like I always get this when I read some of these books, and I like reading comic books. I really do love reviewing them. But when you buy these books, and we're paying like $4.99, $5.99, sometimes paying $6.99 for a fucking book, and then you get these 2-page previews, and it's like, couldn't I just got more book? Well, like I'm already paying $4.99 for this.
Well,
plus
I
ads,
think they look at it as you got what was in the book. That's what was going to be in it regardless. So maybe this is just extra. I guess that's the only thing that I could think of.
Yes.
Now, whether or not you like it or not is, neither here nor there. Because I would say the same thing. Have a couple of advertisements at the end of the book and just have more pages for the book. And just give me the whole thing all the way through. And it's like, why? Imagine if you got advertisements in the middle of a trade paperback. Like, you'd be pissed. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, what is this? Why do I have this?
But you can watch the high volume Batman podcast, right? You can watch that. Good Lord. The essential comic stories brought to life as a weekly podcast. I don't know who watches that, but I remember they
I don't think anybody does.
You can literally get better Batman history from random YouTubers online. Honestly, like Comics Explained will probably do it better than that fucking shit. Honestly, for being honest here, but no. Overall, I enjoyed the book. I'll ask you, what are your final thoughts on Absolute Batman?
I thought it was good, and I think I'm actually glad that it was only 2 books for this, because he'll definitely be back. He'll definitely be back, and whenever he comes back, it'll probably be better than what it was. And I actually liked this a lot because I liked the matches story. I like that the arcs that are all around the United States, and this one happened to be called Arc M. Ha, waka waka waka. But I'm very I thought it was good. I thought it was very good storytelling, and I thought some of the best parts was the stuff between him and his friends, because obviously that's what you want to see in some of these books, is the relationships between characters. The action is always going to be good. Scott Snyder is very good at writing action sequences for Batman. He's very good at it. He knows the character, and he does it very well. So I've been very happy with Absolute Batman. I think it's the most consistent book for the Absolutes. I don't know if it's the best. It probably would be. It would be the I mean,
because I know you said the other ones are okay compared to this one.
I think Absolute Wonder Woman is okay. I know a lot of people like it. It's just I don't know what it is about it. There's just something about it that I'm just like, okay, but I've seen this just in different. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this before. This is like completely new. And I have a lot of Batman. Like, I've read a lot of Batman. So like it's very different to me. And I mean, I loved Absolute Martian Manhunter. I thought that was one of the most inventive books that we've gotten all year. I thought it was really, really good.
I was sleeping on that. Issue 1, I loved it. That was really good.
Yeah. And I think that Absolute Green Lantern is really cool. I really do. But Absolute Flash is one of my favorites. I think it's just such a cool way to do Flash. And it's very interesting. Like, whenever I'm reading a book and I'm like, I get to the end and I'm like, wow, that's it. Like, it went that quick. That's when I know what I'm enjoying what I'm reading. And it seems to be that like Absolute Batman, Absolute Flash, Absolute Green Lantern do that for me. Where Absolute Superman at first did not. I think Absolute Superman, where it is right now, is actually one of the better books that DC's producing. I think it's awesome.
Like
the stuff that they're
every
doing
single
now.
time we read one of these and review them, just Absolute Batman specifically.
It's good.
I understand why it sells as well. It's just very good. It's entertaining. It's fun. The balance between all the different aspects of what you would like to read in a book are all there, and they're all just perfectly balanced, as all things should be. So As you guys know, my final thoughts on this is I enjoyed the 2-part arc. And honestly, after I read this, it kind of felt like it needed to be a 2-part arc, honestly. Like, it didn't feel like it needed to be anything else outside of this. I mean, maybe if you wanted to wrap it up, you do a 3rd part, but it didn't feel like it
for
needed
what
it right now.
they're setting up something big. You know what I mean? They've put in the stuff with the Joker and him being the mastermind behind everything, and this felt like it was outside of that. So when does the Joker get a hold of Freeze? That's what I took it as.
Yeah.
Because all the other people that we've seen, Black Mask and Bane, they're all working for the Joker. Joker's the mastermind behind it. Freeze was the only one that wasn't. That was like something that popped up on its own. It happened organically. So it was nice to only get a couple of issues to introduce us to him, because what's going to happen when he comes back? Because Joker could give him the money, could give him all the stuff that he needs to perfect whatever he's doing.
Because
just take Batman out.
Because this reminded me of when I was watching like one of those superhero TV shows, and before they get back to the main plot, they do like a side little detour kind of thing. That's what this felt like. But it didn't feel like a side detour that was boring and just kind of didn't matter.
No,
it was fine. It was good.
And it was nice because since it's a side story, they could do more with the friends. This had more of them in it than almost any other book. So those two, I thought that was great. I thought it was good.
Yeah, can't wait to move on to Absolute Bane.
Bane's been fucking phenomenal.
So, thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way, you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to be signing out. Okay, so see you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. It's getting cold in here, guys. I might have to go Netflix and chill with my wife.
Oh, boy.
Are you ready for another banger so good?
Yes.
Last comic. Oh, Savage Dad just mentioned you in the group chat.
Oh, did he?
He said, I'm going to send a copy of it to Labs Comic. And I'm going to review it.
Of what?
Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are going to review. He said something about, I think we're supposed to review Vaughn's book together. I think we all three are supposed to do, because I know Vaughn asked me to do it too. So we have to set up a day where we can all three do it together. That I have Vaughn's book. You know, the guy you saw. Where
I know who Vaughn is, dude. I did a show with him.
Good Lord. So we'll just have to, set up that day.
Well, you would have to read it. That's the problem.
Reading black people. Get out of here.
I thought you were white.
See, now you're paying attention. Now you're coming on to the show. There you go. All right. All right. Let's go into our one topic, and that's it. Let's finish this up. What a banger. You ready?
Yep.
Good Lord. I'm going to just transform tonight. I'm going to be on like a different level.
Okay.
Good gosh. I got to go downstairs and get the rest of my pull boxes, because my friend's sister left them downstairs and I can go get them. Probably just get those out tonight then. Goodness gracious. I know you remember how you was it you or Savage Dad who said MSK All-Stars? We got to get Gail Simone on here. The MSK All-Star book. Come on, man.
I think that should be the name of the show. MSK All-Stars.
Can you imagine years later on down the road if they do a Superman All-Stars like Action Comics and they put Kelly Sue Comic? DC would do that. Hey, Kelly Sue Comic All-Star, right? Brian Michael Bendis, Superman All-Star. Just Truge is going.
Bendis should have just wrote Batman. That would have been fine.
See, this is the problem. I agree with you. Most, like, same thing with Zack Snyder. These guys like Batman, but they're given, like, Superman and turn that motherfucker into Batman. And it's like, just say you don't want to do it. It's fine. Just
Zack Snyder. What?
Good Lord. It's okay. I'm going to give you a lot of fun.
People aren't just going to ever let that go, are they?
I'll just make it a metaphor. But
I'm just saying, people aren't they're never going to let that. That's all I see is like, oh, the Snyder Voice will happen. It's coming back. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Mine is also the opposite. It's like anytime you criticize DC, people are like, you're just a Snyder bro. That just sounds like some Trump derangement syndrome. Like, no, what? People are crazy. I hate people. But nevertheless, Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Absolute Evil. So this is going to be a DC Comics event for the Absolute Universe. So if you guys have not had a chance to check our DC comic book reviews on like Absolute Power and the DC All-In #1 special, which leads into the creation of the Absolute Universe, I would highly recommend you guys go and check out our previous comic book reviews on all of those DC comic books. We did them in thorough, in-depth, great conversations there, great banter, because I'm known for producing quality content. But all jokes aside, a lot of the DC comic fans were like, having this question on their mind, which was basically, when are we going to have an event for like the Absolute Universe? And I always say this, it's like you should kind of lead into these things, kind of slowly. Like, I get people want like big crossovers, but it should happen when there's some like established thing happening. Like we should have established properties, then we kind of do like a big event or an event of some kind.
Well, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this.
It just feels like people just kind of want to rush to get it, and it's like, no, we should kind of wait to get it.
They waited a year. I mean, that's long enough. That's decent. And I mean, with what they're doing, with there being 7 books in total, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it not being like 12 or 4, with all this stuff. And you don't have to worry about, unless they do stuff that crosses over into the regular, you won't have to worry about tie-ins.
You do. Right. You're right. I agree.
So like, you get your annual, and then it might be one extra, because I know there's two Absolute Evils, 1 and 2.
Yes.
Absolute Batman annual #1. Then it's like Absolute Batman #13, Absolute Wonder Woman #13, Absolute Superman 12, and then Absolute Flash and Green Lantern, whatever they are at that time. Whatever number it is.
I'll ask you this before you get into what we're going to be going over. You like the Absolute Universe a lot. Your favorite one so far, I remember, is Absolute Batman, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Flash, Green Lantern.
I don't know if I don't know if I have. Those are ones that I don't know if I have a favorite. I would say the one that was the most divergent from the regular universe was Absolute Martian Manhunter, and it was very cool. It was something very different. The one that's been the most consistent is Absolute Batman, but we've only gotten like 6 issues of Absolute Flash and Absolute Green Lantern. Those have been good, but we have to see where they're going overall.
And do you see longevity in all these titles still at this point? Because you're like further than I am.
The main ones, yes.
Yeah.
The main ones, yes. I mean, even Absolute Martian Manhunter is coming back for another 6-issue arc in December, because it sold so well.
And the sales on these Absolute books, guys, have been amazing. Like DC's Marvel's Ultimate Universe is doing good. Yeah, that's what happens when you, God forbid, good Lord, put good creatives on books.
Well, when you put good creatives on books, and you allow them to tell the stories they want to tell.
Yes. That happens. And we'll be going over that right now. DC villains have united to wipe out the heroes in one game-changing attack.
You like screen rant, don't you?
It's just, I like to screen rant into my wife later. No?
I would read the actual DC article.
I don't like DC. I heard they're Nazi biggest fascists people. Oh, God.
I guess.
Their intersectional feminism hurts me. Oh, God. Things are about to get much worse for the heroes of DC Comics. Absolute Universe, as their villains, are making a major move. The Absolute Universe has only been around for a year, and though the heroes have yet to meet one another, the forces of evil are uniting them to stop them in their tracks. Ooh. The first year of DC's Absolute line is nearly over, and the publisher is already making big plans for the future. This October, DC will be releasing the one-shot Absolute Evil #1 by Al Ewing and Giuseppe Camuncoli.
I like how you're like Al Ewing. It's Ewing.
Oh, and Stefano Nessi. This is a huge development for the Absolute Universe, as it will feature the first meeting of DC's Absolute villains.
Nice.
Nice little cover right there. I like that.
That'd be cool. I like that. I'm cool with that.
Absolute Superman's Ra's al Ghul, Absolute Wonder Woman's Veronica Cale, Absolute Flash's Eleanor Thawne. Jesus Christ, what a name. Eleanor Thawne.
Well, it's
I get it, yeah. And Absolute Batman's shadowy Joker are uniting for one reason: to stop the emerging heroes who threaten their order. The special is going to introduce two major characters who will feature heavily in the second year of the Absolute Universe. And here are some of the pictures over here. Those kind of cool. Those are kind of cool. All right.
Yeah, I'm down. I like the stuff. So I mean, like, I can't, do I wish comic books were in a better state? 100%, of course. Do I still like the like 90s era, 80s era stuff better? Yes, 100%. But I also like comics still. I still like them. So I go and I try to find out what I like out of those things. Like, I'm not buying a lot of the regular universe stuff, like Justice League Unlimited, Superman, because I will always read Superman.
And you get World's Finest, right?
World's Finest is a great book. It's been good all the way through, in my opinion. I think that's one of the most consistent books for a long time, because I think it's on issue 42 or something like that. Yep. It's been good, in my opinion, a lot. If you like a lot of the older stuff, it's fantastic. Plus the art in it. I mean, come on. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember you were reading that one book from Ramvi as well, New Gods, right?
I read New Gods, JSA.
The Champions book you were talking about?
Well, that was a 5-book series. That was Challengers of the Unknown.
Challengers of the Unknown.
So Challengers of the Unknown, they were like basically people with no powers. They were kind of like DC's Fantastic Four, but they didn't have powers. They did those type of missions. And Action Comics is getting better also. Oh yeah, see, Eric just meant.
Do you guys remember what Action Comics went through? Action Comics went through being weekly and the superstar shit, and
yeah, it was bad for a while, but it's getting better. And but Superman, the regular Superman title has been getting a lot better.
The Joshua Williamson's run, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the last 3. I'll say the last 3 books, 28, 27, 26, I thought have been great. That's just my opinion. So, but you got to deal with what you have, and I look at it like this. We're in a place where comics before were selling to the point where if you didn't want that, like something, you didn't have to buy it. You look at it now, like if people stop buying, it's just going to go away.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm not pigeonholing myself into buying stuff. I have to pick and choose what I want. Like, I never would have bought New Gods, right? I never would have. But man, when I saw the art in it and I saw Ethan Cagle's art, I don't know. I didn't care for Superman Unlimited, but I have the first 3. I just got 4. I haven't read it, but I haven't read all of them. So I would have to read all of them. So maybe I would enjoy it more. I have to.
Yeah, I just have issue 1. We should probably review issue 1.
We can do that, because I think
I have issue 1. We should probably do that the following week. That'd be pretty good.
I think I have. Let me see.
Oh, my boy Ralph Albuquerque on art, killing it.
Yeah, okay. I have the first 3. Number 4 will be here this week.
Yeah, I ordered 4 too.
Okay,
it came out this week. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I got those. Yeah,
okay.
I got these 3. Which I'll say this: I like the way Superman looks. I think he looks awesome because he looks like the old Superman from like Crisis on Infinite Earths. In Infinite Crisis, it almost looks like a non-watercolored Alex Ross Superman, and I think he looks awesome. Like on this cover, I thought he looked really cool. Like that cover looks great.
I love that cover. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, there was an Action Comics cover that I thought looked so beautiful. It was fucking hell. It was the Action Comics that Mark Waid has done recently. It's this one. I think it's like, what are they on now? 1090 or something like that. Good Lord. Oh my good. Action Comics 1085. No, my 1087. Yeah, this one. It's also written by Mark Waid, but that's what the cover of this looks so good. Look at this. That's a
good cover.
Yeah. I love it. This might be one of my favorite covers that they've done recently. That art is Woo! Knocked it out of the park there.
Plus the color on it, man. The
Ooh,
color on it.
it pops so
It
much.
looks
Yeah.
it looks nice. And I like how the cape goes up into the cross panel of Summer of
And
Superman.
then you have like the bottom part here where Clark's going through like learning his power. Oh, I love the cover. So beautiful.
Yeah. It's good. Action Comics needs to be good.
It's always so sad how Detective Comics and Action Comics are nowhere near, not even top 10. They're barely even scratching 40 sometimes.
Yeah, and it sucks because Eric's right. It has been pretty good for a minute. And you're right. Superman looks like Superman 100%. Of course. Yep.
The Absolute Universe is a world shaped by Darkseid, where villains have a much tighter control in the world, whether embedded deeply in the government or running a multinational conglomerate. They are all in positions of power compared to their usual nemesis. To make matters worse, the DC heroes lack the resources or connections that make their prime counterparts thrive.
Okay, hold on. Time out.
All right.
You read that? You read that, dude? My God. That was the best reading you've ever done on the channel.
So CNN is wrong. Black people can read.
There you go. Look at that, everybody. Woo! That was fantastic.
I'm a genius. I'm literally Batman in that Omni chair. I know everything.
Have you been, Eric? Have you been? I haven't talked to you for a little bit. I haven't talked to you for a while. How you been, buddy?
How's work, buddy? This one shot will be a major moment for the Absolute Universe. This world's version of the DC heroes haven't met yet, and already their greatest enemies are teaming up to stop them. So they're making
that's actually kind of interesting. That where it's almost like the Legion of,
an absolute Legion of Doom.
It's like the Legion of Doom where they're meeting up beforehand. So it's like more like with the Darkseid world, the enemies, the villains are more connected than the superheroes.
Yes,
would be. So that's kind of interesting.
While this does pose a threat to the Absolute heroes, this could have the opposite effect and end up uniting the heroes instead of destroying them. You never know. DC is always flippy with that. Who knows?
That's awesome looking. That looks fantastic.
Oh, it's great. Right now, the Absolute DC heroes are scattered and dealing with their own problems, but little do they know that the issues they face are all connected. The cabal running the Absolute Universe is going to do whatever they can to eliminate them, but in doing so, they may accidentally end up being the reason the heroes come together. The Absolute Universe's villains arc in powerful positions, and now they're too big for any one hero to stop, especially when working together. But the Absolute heroes have proven themselves to be just as capable and resilient as their doppelgangers. Hopefully, when DC's Absolute villains unite, it will finally bring this world's heroes together. Absolute Evil #1 is available from DC Comics on October 1st, 2025. Yes. You excited?
Well, I'll be excited if you actually get them on time and we can do the reviews while they're actually current and meaningful.
Good Lord.
Because I'm doing a large video. Like I have my X-Men video should be out by Monday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Eric. I totally understand where you're coming from. I agree. Wish they would stop doing the multiverse stuff. And I wish that the regular books were as good as these, right? I wish it was like, instead of them saying, hey, we're with DC All In, we're going to do the absolute stuff. And I wish they were like, hey, imagine if all these books, right, were happening in the regular universe, but they could still make those characters like somewhere off here, but it's still in the mainline books, and I wish they were as good. But since they are not, right? Since they are not, at least the ones that we are getting have been decent. At least there's something that is good, right? I wish, because trust me, man, I got how much Batman back here. Don't you think I wish like that the mainline Batman was good? So whenever I put finally at some point in time before I die, have the collection together, it all goes together where I don't have to put, oh, this is also Absolute Batman, which happened over here. I really wish that would happen. Like I wish, but since it's not, I can only go with what is good at this point in time. And I agree with you 100%. I really do, Eric. I 100% do. I wish that they would, instead of being like, well, Scott Snyder already did regular Batman. Who cares?
Right.
Bring him back. He knows the character. Obviously everybody likes reading it, like, so bring him back, figure something out, you know.
Yeah.
And
Also,
you had a Green Arrow book. When who the fuck talks about Green Arrow, right? Recently, you had Williamson doing Green Arrow, which was awesome. It was like one of the few things that Donna DC going into All In that was actually really good. And then you took him off so you could do, focus on Superman. And it's like, if Jason Aaron would have come in and taken over Superman, we could have had 2 good books instead of just one. And and it's the worst. The worst was what happened to the regular Flash book, because that book is so bad and nobody gives a shit about it.
Did you ever read that Hawk Girl 5-issue miniseries from like Genziel Axelrod or some bullshit like that? I heard that was awful.
No. So
you also read Titans too. You also didn't like that one either.
I didn't care. No, I was reading Titans during Dawn of DC whenever.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Whenever the Justice League was gone. But I didn't like Beast Planet. Like, there's something about Beast Boy that I just hate. I just can't stand him. And whenever, like, you could see in my review during Dark Crisis, whenever he got shot in the face, point blank, by Deathstroke, I was rejoicing. And literally in the next book, he was alive. And I was just so mad and so irritated. But I look at it as like we were talking about, if they would have left and had Jason Aaron come on to do Superman, you could still do all of these characters. You could still do them all and say, yes, they're from a different universe technically, but they could still interact with what's going on. Now they're going to, but what's going to happen when they fold them in, right? Are we still going to have an absolute Batman that is in our universe, but written by someone else? You see what I'm saying? So like, that would have made more sense if they were already there and then they split off, but they were in the same universe. So
also, this is something you mentioned earlier too that we're gonna be going over in this video as well, which is we're gonna be getting an Absolute Batman 2025 annual #1, and the quote was "Early Adventures of the Absolute Batman." Is he fighting like the KKK or something?
He's fighting a bunch of Cobra Commanders. Look at that.
That is a great art piece right there too. Just saying, that's a great
look at all the blood on his axe.
Absolute Batman 2025 annual #1, main cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. Yes, DWJ, who came off of one of the best books out there right now, his Transformers run. He's getting off of it. I love that book.
I picked up all the Transformers. I just ordered all of it today.
All the trades?
All the way. No. I got up to issue 23.
Oh, so just the single issues you got them. Okay.
I did buy the book one that is like 1 through 12. The
it's the oversized deluxe edition. Yes, that
was
good.
That, and I bought volume 3 since that's 13 through 18. But I also bought the singles.
Okay. On sale October 29th, 2025, Absolute Batman 2025 annual #1 will feature stories about Absolute Batman written and drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson, James Herron, and Meredith McLaren. The issue will have a main cover by Daniel Warren Johnson with variant covers by Nick Dragotta, James Herron, and Meredith McLaren. Oh, Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers run. I cannot recommend that book enough. Those first 2 trades I read, them some of the best books I read. Them shit is fire. Oh, God, it gave me comic-gasms. I love that shit. How did Bruce acquire his Batmobile? What happened when Black Mask crew tangled with the Bat in those first few days? DC's Absolute Batman 2025 annual delivers insight into the raw, like I was with my wife last night, formative chaos from Absolute Batman's earliest days.
Hey, hold on, I want to answer his question. Which Batman do you think is cooler, Absolute Batman or... Okay, so I don't know enough of Absolute Batman Bruce, the personality, but as being Batman right now, I like Absolute Batman more than I like, especially what they're doing in Hush. I don't care for that at all. It just seems to be the same stuff that they've always done. But as a character overall, I obviously have a huge soft spot for main continuity Bruce Wayne and Batman and Superman. They're like 2 of my favorite characters. I know that's such a cliched answer, but that's literally the era I grew up in, and that's why I have X-Men too also, because that was my era, 80s. The main
80s, 90s,
the main spandex characters are my favorites. Like, that's why I have a lot of Spider-Man. That's why I have a lot of Batman, X-Men, Superman, Green Lantern, Flash. Like but as of right now, I think the Absolute Batman book is cooler than the mainline Batman book. We'll see what Matt Fraction can do. I do not have high hopes. I do not like Matt Fraction, his stuff. I just don't. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Jorge Jimenez is on it, so like
at least you'll have beautiful art.
The art looked great during the Chip Zdarsky run, and there were cool things that happened. It was just that he went so over the top and so ridiculous that it made Batman, who should be street level, and then whenever he's teamed up with the, basically like gods, he's the one that does the thinking process for them and comes up and does it. We were dealing like Batman was in space and diving from space back to Earth. Like it was fucking ridiculous, dude. And like, that's like, to me, it was just, it lost me in that Batman era. So like, it's put it this way. Even whenever I don't like Batman, I buy it. That was literally him and Tom King were when I actually stopped buying. I do not have a lot of the single issues. So think of that. Like
did you not like the bullshit they pulled with the whole wedding issue?
I did not care for that at all. I did not care. I never thought they were going to get married. I always thought something was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like that because they didn't get married. They all of a sudden were just not together. Like, it's like, I love you. I just don't want to marry you. Oh, we're just done. We're done now. And then she's banging some dude named Stefan and like,
yeah. And then it's even worse because like, just imagine how much useless marriage is to some people in that write comic books that that Batman's greatest villain could walk up to his potential wife and say, "Don't marry that guy. You're going to make him stop being Batman." And she's like, "You know what? Yeah, you're right." It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. What logic is that? But I'll ask you this before we head out of the video, which is your hopes for Absolute Evil and the Absolute Batman Annual. You're in?
No, I'm going to, for sure. I'm going to buy, I hope this is what I hope. I hope that whenever New Gods ends on 12,
yes,
they open up the portal, and that's when the New Gods discover that the Omega verse, because that's something I thought that was so cool that they brought back from Forever People. I mean, that's a long time ago. That's like,
most people wouldn't even know that if they started reading comics in the 2000s. I'd imagine, right? Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't know that. And I think if they start crossing over, right? Because I'm wondering who in the Dark Tomorrow was that time traveler. They want to get Airwave or Sound, whatever his name is. They want to get him more, prevalent in the books, which is fine. Boost a character, that's cool. They're doing some cool shit with his powers and stuff. So I'm like, that's fine. He had a cool story. He was, being mind controlled, went against Justice League, and now he's atoning for what he feels are his sins. But I would like to see what's going on with Booster Gold and how he ties that whole thing together. Because it's going to have to be Booster Gold and that time traveler. Unless it is Booster Gold, which I don't think it is, because I think he was black because you could see his arms, unless it was just shadowed the whole time. He looked like a black dude. So I'm hoping that they tie those two things together, because if they do that, and people are smart, which that's a very long step in logic. If they let Scott Snyder say, hey, listen to what he has to say, and they put those two worlds together, and they have some sort of common enemy, or they conflict with each other, that could be very interesting. And I think with having the New Gods have that happen there, especially, and they need to give that Ethan Cagle dude, they need to give him like a main book. Like, dude, his art is so good right now. And I would love to see what he could do with some of the mainline characters, some of like the bigger characters,
So correct me if I'm wrong. The We Are Yesterday event, didn't that also have the Justice League tangle with their known villains as well?
Okay, so yeah, basically what happened is the powers didn't go back to Martian Manhunter, right? They were wondering where it went. It went into Gorilla Grodd. So Gorilla Grodd got all these villains together, and he actually did. He had a good plan and executed the plan, right?
Yes.
Airwave was the person that he had inside the Justice League. Remember, we were
now I have to betray them.
But remember, we thought that was stupid, right? Well, they ended up turning it around. It was actually pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Like what his powers are and what he could do. Mm-hmm. The time traveler from Dark Tomorrow was like, hey, dude, you have a whole bunch of other shit that you can do. You don't just connect radio waves together, and you're not just a communication device. You can literally home in on any single thing, period. Like you can home in on actual, like how the Flash does his, vibrations and stuff like that. Well, he can hone in on the electrical impulses on actual humans and entities and anything, and he could find them wherever they're at. So if they could use him, they can find the temporal distortion that is the other world.
Yeah, because the reason why I was bringing that up was because it ties into this, because that also feels like a very similar, not like similar, just from the concept alone. The concept is like having the villains team up against the heroes. It just feel like they're gonna do
that's kind of where
this concept with a different universe.
That's kind of where this is basically the actual end of the We Are Yesterday, the Dark Tomorrow thing. This is literally right from that.
Okay.
With the displacement of all the people. So if you finish all the We Are Yesterday stuff, just read it and you'll be like, okay, I get it. And then, they did the stuff with the Challengers of the Unknown, like all the things that happened in the main universe that were fallouts from Darkseid creating that rift in time. They did that. And then, some of the other, the Justice League Atom Project was them trying to get back the powers and figuring that all out. And then the main stuff in the Justice League, which I didn't read the newest issue, I'm going to. And I know that's the prologue for We Are Yesterday. So
yeah, the Absolute Batman Annual sounds pretty cool. We did read a prequel story of Absolute Batman anyway in Absolute Batman issue number 4, but more of that could be explained in that book, and that sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, the Absolute Evil thing sounds interesting. These
I hope it's good. I hope it's
good.
I always hope it's good. I just hope that by the end of year 2, they're crossing over. But I hope it's not like a crisis, a time crisis or something, or dimension crisis.
Absolute crisis. Let's do it. Let's fully do it.
You just ruined it. It's going to be absolute crisis.
Dude, I know you're going to be like 60. I'll be like 40 when this happens, but I can't wait for when we get an absolute Batman edition. I can't wait for that.
Absolute Batman.
I can't wait for it. It's
gonna be absolute failsafe, and it's gonna be absolute Batman of Zur-En-Arrh.
I want absolute Brainiac King. I need it. I need everything.
Well, they have absolute Brainiac.
They do. You're right.
They have absolute Brainiac, which that story was fucking crazy. That was nuts, dude. Because they had a whole issue where it was just Brainiac.
Yeah,
and it was, dude, the stuff that he did to the other Brainiacs. And there was just all these bodies
these
of
people are fucking twisted in this universe. Have you know all these villains are literally dementally insane?
Yes.
These people are fucking insane. So yeah, hey, the Absolute Universe is getting its first crossover in a one-shot. Hey, more Absolute Batman.
No, there's more than that. It's gonna be I think it's 7 books. I believe it's gonna be the Absolute Evil number 1. Absolute Batman Annual number 1, then Absolute Evil number 2, then it's gonna cross over into Absolute Batman 13, Absolute Wonder Woman 13, Absolute Superman 12, and
Absolute
then Flash and Green Lantern. I don't know what number they would be on at the number 7 or 8.
8 and 7 respectively.
So it's gonna be those books. Now how it ends, maybe that ends in number 2 or something. I don't know, but how it ends, that's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I think it's gonna be self-contained. I think that the stuff going on with Airwave is going to be how they get into the other universe. That's just my thought.
Also, when we're doing this video, Eric brought up a good point too about just waiting for trades. I will say this. If you have no immediate need to read the books as they're currently ongoing, just get the trade. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I'll say. And 100%. Also, I know times are tough right now, so spending money in entertainment can come in waves. Spending money on the trade saves you money as well, because you're getting that arc with paying like $20 rather than paying like $5.99 waiting for each issue to come out. So I mean, it just depends on what you value your money and time on.
Well, also it is a lot cooler you might drop a book because you don't like an issue. But if you have the trade and there's a couple more issues after that, the whole story of that trade
comes together. Yeah, you're right.
So it might work out better for people liking that much more. So, I mean, I totally understand that. That makes sense to me. So that's that. Like, I always tell people, like, don't do what I do. The reason why I do it is because I have a problem, and I've
Yeah,
been doing this for 40 years. So
you're not
please
even
don't do.
you're an addict that knows like, hey, I have a problem,
Yeah.
but you just don't care.
No, I've just been. I get weird. Like if I don't have that issue, I'm like, okay, I have to. Like, where is it? I have to have it. Just like perfect example. Just me and Savage Dad were talking about the
Talk to that cloud
Transformers book.
chaser. Good
We were
lord.
talking about the Transformers book, right? And instead of me just getting one, I bought all of them. Like there was no reason to do that, but I did it. I was like, well, I know if I like it, I'll end up reading all 23 in like one sitting. So like I'll just sit there and read it all.
Hell yeah. And I love what DC's doing to Absolute Batman. So more issues of more comic book issues of that is going to be even better to get.
That'll be good.
Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. The same thing you just said with buying everything, that happens when it comes to like me getting omnibus. That's why I asked you for that X-Men thing, because I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was
no, yeah,
you can have it. I was literally about to pull the trigger on Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 by Chris Claremont, but I was like, wait a minute, I don't have the other two yet. So I would like to just do it in order.
You can have number 2. I don't care.
If you're gonna send it to me in that thing, just you know,
yeah,
that's, I don't know if you already sent it.
I don't know. I don't care. I'll send it to you.
No. I don't know if you already did send that stuff you already said you were gonna send.
No, I did not.
Okay.
I have not done anything. I am a lazy bastard until when I say this is the day I will send it, then it will be sent that day.
Okay, I just don't want to get anything lost in the mail.
I will let you know exactly when it will happen.
I'll just say right now, getting X-Men Collected Edition is it's doable, but it is pricey. I'll just say that.
It's just it's as much as I don't like the numbering of the better X-Men, it's better to get it this way, dude.
The mapping and numbering is so cringe for X-Men. It is disgusting.
It is.
That's
like,
yeah.
You know, I wish like this shelf, you can't see it, but I wish this shelf looked nice, like the Ultimate Spider-Man's. You know what I mean?
Oh, Spider-Man, yes, yeah.
This does not. Like it's three black books, a giant white book, an orange book, a purple book. Like, you know, like God damn it, what happened to 1 through 7?
Yeah, like or in one of I don't know, because I don't know if you grew up with this when you were reading Spider-Man. Did you end up reading the Spectacular Spider-Man run by DeMatteis?
Okay. So when I was growing up, I couldn't afford Spectacular Spider-Man. This was back then. It was like if you didn't have a comic book store around you, they had the subscriptions, so they would send it to you to your house. So I had to get Web of Spider-Man, which was only 99 cents, and it was like literally some of the worst stories.
Oh God! Because in this new Spectacular Spider-Man omnibus book by DeMatteis, at the end of it, because I saw DeMatteis. That's sorry, DeMatteis. So I was watching Nearman Condition do an overview of it because he gets the books early. At the end of the book, it showed like the next omnibus to get, and I'm like, swear to God, I hate this company. In 2025, they're gonna have a page in an omnibus that goes, "Hey, this is the next book you should get." Yes, we should have. Well,
if it's not numbered number 2 or number 3, maybe that might help.
Dude, I to the Clone Saga
as soon as you get to X-Men Claremont's Uncanny X-Men number 5, right? There's no point to buy number 5, because if you just buy Prelude to Mutant Massacre, it has everything number 5 does plus the tie-ins for Mutant Massacre. And then you could just get Mutant Massacre, which is the next one. Like, it's ridiculous. And then
there's Onslaught.
I literally almost bought number 5, and I was like, if I wouldn't have looked
at the
list, I was like, wait a minute. I swear I have that already. And I looked at the thing and I went, this is the same thing. All of it. It's all in there, plus extra stuff. So why would I go buy the one for like $160 whenever I could buy this one for $70 and it has more stuff in it?
This is why I hate their mapping is awful.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's bad. Yeah. It's bad.
Like for X-Men, they'll have like Road to Onslaught. Then it'll be like another book. Then an Onslaught book that doesn't even have everything. So you have to buy other
Onslaught was not good.
Onslaught's not Onslaught X Omnibus bullshit. It'll always be something stupid with them. You know?
Yeah, it's hard to follow. That's one of the reasons why I liked freaking Jonathan Hickman's X-Men. It was so easy to follow. If you bought the trades, it was Dawn of X, and then it was what was it? It was Dawn of X, and then Reign of X, and then Way of X. That was it. And they were all numbered. Like if you buy Omnis, there's number 1, number 2, and number 3.
Oh, this is my the last thing we'll say before we head out. Biggest pet peeve with comic books is because I come from like Yu-Gi-Oh and trading card games.
Right.
There's usually a set time of the year for reprints. Usually after like the biggest tournaments. Usually
right. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, there's no
set time frame for reprints. So I was gonna get X-Men and Epic collections, like I told you a long time ago. Then I bought the first book. Then the second book is like $160, but they're making a new printing of it coming out next year in February. That's gonna be cheaper, obviously. But it's like I was thinking to myself, why is there no? I get there's reprints, but there's no dedicated like, hey, this time of the year we're gonna reprint stuff that people want.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I wonder if it's supply and demand. But like I know because I did the Silver Surfer Epic collections instead of the Omnis, right?
They're always
and I finally got all 10. But dude, getting 7, it was like 7, 9, and 4 or something like that was I was like, dude, am I ever gonna get these? You know what I mean? Like, is it ever gonna happen? And there's a story that goes right from number 6 or number 5, and it goes right into Infinity Gauntlet. And tell me how Infinity Gauntlet is not even in any of them. You actually have to go buy the goddamn either Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus or the Infinity Gauntlet. Right. And the thing is if you're reading Infinity Gauntlet, you want to read the tie-ins. The tie-ins, not the main line, the tie-ins are in the next collected edition. So you're going like, okay, this book, and then you have to get the collection edition out and read this one, and then go back to this one, then this one, go back to this one. It's no.
Yeah, even just with Infinity Gauntlet, the Infinity, the other omnibus after that, there's because there's the
Crusade or Infinity War or Crusade,
like Onslaught or something like that with Adam Warlock on the cover. That book's been out of print for so long. Like Marvel needs to get a reprint structure,
especially ones like that are popular like that. You know, like as much as people might not like certain ones, like because Infinity War was cool. I liked Infinity Crusade was okay. And Infinity Watch wasn't
there Infinity Quest too somewhere in there?
Yeah, it might have been.
But that's like way later. I like Infinity Gauntlet. That's Jim Starlin. Good lord, that story's really good.
Same with Infinity Watch, I believe, or Infinity War, I believe that's
how many infinities.
There were so many after that, and then Adam Warlock had the Magus. You know, that was his dark. It was just like, good God, dude, it's just a purple Adam Warlock, like.
Oh, dude, speaking of Silver Surfer Epic Collections, the same thing happened with Iron Man Epic Collections. I thought to myself, okay, they're going to release Iron Man omnibus slowly. So I was like, okay, I'll get the Epic Collections. Get the first 2 perfectly fine. Then it comes to Iron Man Epic Collection Volume 3. Nobody had it on eBay. Random guy had it. I picked it up. It was in good condition. Then the other 4, like 3 was really hard to get. Then 4 is expensive. It's like, they got to reprint some of this shit. Even getting books in Epic Collection is hard because they don't reprint enough.
Some of the sad ones are like the Golden Age stuff. Like that should be reprinted all the time, and it should not be expensive because it's Golden Age. You're getting like 10-page stories. You know what I mean? Like, where you try to complete the Batman one now, good luck. Good luck on doing that. Try getting number 6 right now. Look at it. It's like $350.
Insane.
Yeah, you can get.
They should reprint the House of M omnibus. That shit's like $200.
Yeah, House of M's very popular. You know,
I love that story. Really good story. I like it.
It's a fun story.
Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1, $200. The rest of the volumes in the Omnibus collection, $90-$100.
Oh, same with like the Chris Claremont Jim Lee X-Men Volume 2.
Oh god, that one.
You can get number 2, which is like $80, but try to get number 1, which is like the best one. It's like fucking like $300. It's like what are we doing here?
That's why I would say PayPal paying for the win.
Yeah, that's true. The 4 installments.
The 4 installments, which are like $70. You look at your account, you're like, all right, let's go. We're in it.
Whatever. You're in it, you get it.
That's the problem. Is like I was like, you know what? I'll just do X-Men. I don't care how expensive it is. I'll just do an omnibus collection. It's way better. It's gonna cost probably more money, but it doesn't matter. It's just Epic Collection or another format. Because why would I trust Epic Collections? Even though they're currently doing them, they're popular. What's to say Marvel just doesn't stop it? Because they stopped Masterworks.
That's weird because the Masterworks just came out. There was a couple that just came out.
Yeah, they said that anything that is solicited will come out, but anything that's not solicited after the final one is done.
Ridiculous, dude. Masterworks was such a nice. I love
when format.
Yeah, because they're recolored.
some of those
Recolored,
omnibuses you get,
Mhm.
like that's great that you get them, but they're not like recolored, and you get that dingy color on that paper because it looks so good on newspaper print. It doesn't look good on that silky paper, so it needs to be relined and recolored. So like I loved the Masterworks. You know, that's how I had the original Spider-Mans. Was I had all the way up to Masterworks number 27, and then it just stopped.
Like, so the one channel I know they take like suggestions from, because like near mint condition, Omar's channel, they'll have like community driven votes for like the omnibuses that they want reprinted. That's the only channel that I've seen where if you want an omnibus reprinted, you have to vote on like the most wanted omnibuses. But it's like, why? I just don't get this. Do they not have analytics themselves? Do they not have data specialists where they can look at what fans want? I like Omar's channel. Omar's channel is great. I like Near Mint Condition, but like, do they not have this for themselves? If the stuff's sold out, that pretty much goes, okay, Uncanny X-Men probably needs some reprints. That sells very well.
Yeah, like they I see what Eric's saying. They should make omnibus series that will have every single issue of a character. They do those, but it's like you have to, like they don't do, like he said, for Action Comics, right? You would have to get Golden Age Superman, then it goes into Silver Age Superman, because those were printed in Action Comics, and then you'd actually have to look to where it splits off. And then they do have some Action Comics omnibuses, but I don't know where that line of, like, okay, so Batman Golden Age, because I've collected all of them. So how it goes is like that first omnibus is like DC Comics number 27 is where, Detective Comics 27 is where Batman premiered. And it went like 15 of them until Batman number 1. So that does have Detective Comics and Batman in it all the way through the first 10 volumes. It has both Detective Comics and Batman. It has like World's Fair. It does have all the issues that they appeared in that age. Now, the Silver Age is a little bit different because then Batman split off into Batman Superman. It split off into regular Batman and Detective Comics. So when you get the Silver Age one, it has those, but they don't have the volumes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have those other volumes. So then the Bronze Age splits off into two separate things. They have the Batman Brave and the Bold Bronze Age, which I have the first 3 of, and then they just have Batman the Bronze Age, which will have Batman and Detective Comics in it.
And this is where
it's like,
I have a problem.
So hard to figure out. And
this is my unpopular opinion. I think if you're going to do Superman and Batman, it should just be Action Comics and Detective Comics under one umbrella. Because it's Action Comics than Superman. I think it should just be all under one umbrella. It would be much more easier to
but
follow.
I think the reason why they do that is because that's what it originally started as. Superman originally started in Action Comics.
Yes.
So they're going to keep Action Comics as a Superman book. But Action Comics, the actual book, was actually like 6 or 7 stories in it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just Superman. You're only getting the Superman portion out of that.
Yeah.
So like, because I have a few of the old Detective Comics, and they're not original prints, they're like reprints. So like Detective Comics 27 has like 6 other stories in it. It has like a Western, it has like a freaking whatever. So they just take those out of there.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, if you wanted, because to make things, to consolidate things a lot more, I would assume they would eventually put every single Superman idea writer they want to do under.
They do, yeah. But I don't know where they stopped. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't know where it stopped, because if you do the Golden Age, it does have the Superman book, the Action Comics book, the World's Fair book. It has all of those in order, but I don't know where it breaks off into where it doesn't have all of those, because then you'll go like Superman the Triangle era that has a bunch of stuff in it, right? But it only has that era of stuff in it. It doesn't continuously go in order from where it left off on the last omnibus. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's where it's hard. I think like Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age is easier to collect in omnibus form as opposed to, say, anything from 79 on. Like, I don't know how it does that, because then you're getting into singular omnibuses. Like, instead of buying the next Batman volume, they have Batman No Man's Land, or Batman Court of Owls, or Batman this, Batman and Superman right here. Then they have the Tim Sale. You see what I mean? Like, it doesn't just go, that's not Batman volume 13 of the omnibus format. That's just its own thing.
Yeah, mapping. That's what I said. Mapping can be very. I don't use that word.
It's,
mapping an omnibus could be very
no, I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like I'm agreement with Eric. If I just want all the Batmans, I should just be able to get Batman volume omnibus number 37.
Yeah.
Number 50. And it just has all of them in the time that they came out.
That's why I said
regardless of who the writer was.
That's why I said they messed up with the DC's Finest books. As much as I like them and they're the jumping on point thing they're obsessed with right now, it should be a volume 1 where you can start with and just build it up like Marvel did with their Epic collections.
We haven't seen a second one come out from them on those particular things. We've just seen a new character or a different guy. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
right. It should be
because it's going to be like, I understand they're obsessed with jumping on points, but you know,
it might be hard. I know what you're saying, but imagine this. Imagine if they did like the Justice League one, right? It's the original one with Starro, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Now, if the next one is like Grant Morrison's Justice League, that can't be volume 2. So they would have to have all of that mapped and planned out, numbered. It would have to be like volume 60.
When it's more easy to just pinpoint into one story arc and just story arc. Yeah.
So like where the omnibus, they could just be like Justice League number 1. All the way through, just have all the Justice League story all the way through, up, even if it goes up to volume 89 or whatever, you know what I mean? Because that's hard too. I've been trying to get Justice League, and that's super hard. Because like if you're not going Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age, it's fucking hard. It's hard after that, because then you get into specific runs instead of just, I want Justice League issues 200 through 270. You see what I'm saying? Like that. Because like especially for the main guys like Batman and Superman, because they have so many books that they were in, you know, and it's like, that's one of the reasons why I actually like the Bronze Age Batman Brave and the Bold, because it's only Brave and the Bold Batman. That's all it is. It doesn't have regular Batman in it, doesn't have Detective. It's just the Brave and the Bold crossovers. So you get all those cool crossovers through the 70s in there, you know. But yeah, I know what you're saying though. I agree with Eric and I agree with you. If it was mapped out better.
Yeah, because you know they've always been talking about like, well, we have to get new fans, and new fans are very confused on when to jump on. I think fans can understand numbering, right? The most dumbest person can understand numbering, right? Yes. They know they start here with manga. They know where it could end up at with whatever the
if I have number 15, the next one I need is 16.
Right. Just simple logic like that. So if you have your new collected edition format start with a volume 1, a person goes, okay, how do I jump in? Start at volume 1. Then if you want the next one, if you like this stuff, go to volume 2. But if it's jumping from story arcs, it's like,
yeah, I know. Yeah, that's where
it just feels weird.
That's why it's harder to recommend someone something. Yes.
Yeah. But we're gonna head out of here. Your last what was I gonna say? Yes. What can people look forward from? Good Lord, my brain is fried. I got one of my History of X-Men coming out very soon. I just have to record the voiceover for it. Okay.
I'm doing a big video that won't be out anytime soon, but it's going to encapsulate the first year of the Absolute books.
Oh, that's cool.
So that'll be cool.
Okay.
It's probably going to be like a 3 or 4 hour video.
You're insane. Good Lord.
It's pretty cool. I got a lot of it. I got a lot of the stuff written. I script some things. Most of the time, no. I just sit in front of a camera and start talking.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I look at scripts like if I do scripts for certain like reviews when I'm showing the pages.
Okay.
When I'm showing the pages, but anytime you see me on camera, that's just me talking.
Hell yeah. Looking forward to it, man. I know Michael's been asking about Fighting Fandom coming back. Oh my God, Michael. Maybe he'll do it for...
I might do it for Ironheart. I might.
Good luck with that. That might get you to blow your brains out.
I might do it for it. I don't know.
Or maybe the elusive Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2 that'll eventually come out.
The Obi-Wan season 1 would be fun to do because that show sucked.
Good Lord, that show sucks ass.
Good gosh. I don't know. I'll figure out if someone wants. I'll do one.
So next week for our show, which is around 7:30 p.m. PST, if I can get to the comic book boxes downstairs, which I know I can, and I can get to the other Absolute Batman books that I know I bought, we'll end up doing Absolute Batman issue number 9. But if not, we'll do like Absolute Green Lantern number 1. So I know we haven't did Absolute Green Lantern yet, or Absolute Flash number 3. So yeah, hopefully, Laps ends up giving me all of his money and his life savings. That way I can spend it on OnlyFans hookers. I'm joking. So, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show, and we'll see you guys later. You guys have a great rest of your week.